At the beginning of our story, we met Joe, who accidentally managed to infect his laptop with something nasty attached to a hacker. That snowball picked up speed, and pretty soon the hacker had Carl's legitimate admin-level username and password. How much time has passed? Maybe a few days, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months. Time doesn't matter because the hacker is invisible. The hacker's movements and actions are totally undetectable by ABC Professional Services AntiVirus. See, once the hacker has admin-level access, thank you, Carl, the hacker can access every device and server in the organization. The hacker now knows everything about the network. There are a few things the hacker can do from here, which means that every outcome in ABC Professional Services Choose Your Own Cyber Breach ends in a subterranean pool filled with hungry crocodiles. Will the hacker use his admin-level creds to log into ADP and steal employee data through the RDP tunnel to sell on the dark web? Will the hacker encrypt ABC's files and backups and demand a ransom? Will the hacker impersonate an executive and demand payment from ABC's vendors to a, quote, new account? Or will he do all that and more while he has unrestricted access to the network? Carl doesn't get wise that there's a problem until he gets a panicked call from the CFO. The CFO was trying to collect a payment from a major client, but the client said he paid that same bill 2 weeks early to get the 5% early payment discount, thank you. The CFO was floored, but the client provided proof, except that the account number was wrong. Carl jumped into action looking through logs. Meanwhile, the AV was still acting like nothing was wrong. For ABC Professional Services, the race was over before they even knew it had begun. By the time the CFO realized something was fishy, the hacker was gone, and all those project fees were stolen, $46,000. Carl launched a full investigation. The CFO called their insurer to figure out what to do. There's a long road ahead, and no one even knows yet that all employee data is also compromised, or that there are multiple remote desktop tunnels embedded in the network in case the hacker ever wants to revisit the scene of the crime. By the time Carl is finished, he's had to install a brand new AV with endpoint detection and response and discover that 20% of all endpoints at ABC Professional Services were compromised in some way. What could have prevented this common horror story from unfolding? Number 1, say goodbye to your grandfather's AV, even if you installed it yesterday. You need endpoint detection and response, an AV with artificial intelligence that is proactively patrolling for static and behavior-driven issues to catch and block intrusions or immediately escalate issues to humans for review. Not all AVs have EDR, even if the marketing says so. SynchroNet can recommend vetted, verified products. Yes, there's a cost, but the price of an EDR will always be a fraction of the cost of a breach in terms of fines, lost revenue, mitigation expenses, and legal fallout. Number 2, have a cybersecurity plan in place so that you know what to do in an emergency. Carl and the CFO shouldn't have to figure things out as they go. That's stressful and inefficient. A robust plan that includes an incident response plan will keep response actions focused and fast. Number 3, have cyber liability insurance. Your general commercial liability insurance wasn't designed for today's bad actors. Don't get caught holding the bag. This story is fiction, but it's based on multiple true life accounts. It only takes one open door to bring down your business. Which door can you afford to leave open? Talk with SynchroNet today about migrating to an AV with endpoint detection and response. Close the doors, prevent a breach, go home to your veggie lasagna. You're watching Synchro News Online.